control over a representative government, and it is time that we reclaim our constitutional authority over our governments. Some examples of these grievances that we are here to address include the federal government has superseded the authority granted the state and local governments and ultimately we the people, creating an unconstitutional balance of power. The federal government has routinely ignored and trod upon our unalienable rights, such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The federal government has instituted unconstitutional declarations of national emergency. The federal government has failed to protect our borders and has compromised our national security. The federal government has allowed even caused
Mike's looking for a partner to go shower.
American
You want to
people
go with him to go
by
shower?
their policies on
You
energy,
good?
I'm
such
good.
as
All
the
right.
Keystone Pipeline and denying leases on federal land. These policies have directly left us dependent once again on foreign nations. The Department of Education has neglected to respect parental rights. They have indoctrinated our children with critical race theory and LGBTQ propaganda.
Man, I'm having trouble with my Wi-Fi.
Sovereignty to foreign powers and
keeps,
is proposing to give authority.
I guess there's too many people streaming right now. I don't know. But it's up to 25 kbps.
The 1776 restoration
Maybe it was the spot I was in, but I moved, and it seems to be working now. This is like the third time I've been on in like, I don't know, 15 minutes.
We value integrity, honesty, living peaceably, and sharing mutual respect for each other. The government is using fear to take away our freedom. We wish to return to a moral society and reclaim our inalienable rights stolen from us by our federal government. We must protect our national sovereignty, reject control over Americans by foreign governments or organizations such as the World Health Organization, as well as secure our borders and our elections. We demand accountability for violations of our rights, for crimes against humanity, and elected officials that have violated.
Well, I was sitting over in the other place, in the where I was sitting, and it kept on interrupting the transmission. Something did.
America, we are the 1776 Restoration Movement. We're calling on every person in this great nation, the land of the free and the home of the brave, to join us in restoring this nation to a constitutional republic. And the cycle continues. There are a few more things, folks, that I'm going to mention. I'm going to have to redo and try to make it a little bit more concise. It cut off. It apparently does have a memory, a length, a limit to the memory. So it cut off that we need to end the illegal COVID national emergency. We must respect individual medical freedom and privacy, ending mandates and health passports. We need to restore a constitutional balance of power that limits the authority of the federal government and recognizes the proper chain of authority granted to we the people of the United States. We're calling for a constitutional convention of the states to address the issues that the federal government has failed to address, and the website is conventionofstates.com.
What's up?
The federal government has proven that they no longer respect our Constitution or the rights of the people that they represent. They have taken us on a dangerous path toward tyranny.
Yeah.
We wish to remind our government of the rights that are guaranteed by the
Joshua, it must have been the spot I was in, because it went way down, and then I came over here, it went way up, so
We demand that our federal government return to a
I restarted it twice.
and the Constitution of the United
Must
States
be
of America.
some kind of metal in the ground over there where I
By
moved.
our founding fathers. We are one nation under God, indivisible, standing united for freedom and justice for all. Check out our website, folks, www.17.
He's got an excellent voice. Polish Agnes has a nice voice on him too.
Oh yeah, they had the same shirt. With the shirt talking about we support our truckers for freedom for Brian. It's for Brian.
God, I didn't want to leave, and the trolls fucked him over big time.
Huh?
I think the trolls are the one that killed him. Because they kept on, they called the cops, the ambulance 2 or 3 times, and he started worrying because of, he didn't want,
Right, stressed out.
and he stressed out, and they put him in a hospital because he was stressed. And then he passed away. There's all those stupid trolls.
I need
Crazy. What do you need?
the thing that sticks around this side.
Yeah, where I was sitting in my KBPS kept on fluctuating down to like 400, and then it would build back up and then jump back down, so I moved. Now it's at like 25. I was like, I started the stream like 2 times where I was, and it just kept jumping down, and it would build up, jump back down, and so I moved. Now it's seems to be okay. I believe that's what happened to Brian. He wanted to stay in he was feeling a little, he really wasn't feeling well. We all knew that. He got he felt kind of sick at that rally they were in. I can't remember what city it was, but they drove back and he was feeling better, and then a couple people called the ambulance on him, and he was worried that the owner of the lot we staying in would get mad, and then people kept on saying that nobody was taking care of him and nobody was even with him, and I think he just started getting worried, and and then that's when he started really getting sick. That's who I'm blaming on. He wanted to be at the camp. Even his daughter wrote that really touching letter onto the Facebook page, saying her dad wants to stay there, and then other people had to butt their heads in, not giving him the wishes that he wanted. And it's terrible how those trolls treated him. Yeah, don't forget to storm that like button and storm the subscription deal. I really wanted to go in there today. I really wanted to go into the art museum today. Maybe we'll have time tomorrow. We're going on a sneaker convoy tomorrow somewhere. Santa has something planned, and I don't know how long we'll be there doing whatever we're gonna do. And then maybe if there's time after that, I'll go into the art museum there. That's right. Yes.
Did damn, I forgot what I was doing.
Hey, wait till you get my age.
Oh, yeah, I know. Damn, I forgot that. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, shit, what was it? Damn. You've been here all day, right?
No, I went to,
oh, yeah, you went to Walmart.
I had my Walmart experience.
Oh, did you, are they charging for meters?
I didn't pay today at all.
Alright, good. Good thing to know.
Yesterday I only paid once.
Yeah, I paid 3 times already. And we got 3 more hours until
But
so I'm not,
but the days before that I paid every time.
money only lasts so long.
Yeah, I didn't account for that.
Thanks for giving us these megaphones.
$28.90 I think it was.
Right.
$28.90 a day. I didn't expect that in my little budget I have.
Right. Exactly.
That's right. He had that testimony about him before he joined the People's Convoy. It's amazing.
What up, buddy?
Meeting change. It's going to be at instead of 6 p.m. will be at 7 p.m.
All right, perfect.
Not
a problem.
I don't even know what time is it.
So we got meeting at 7, meeting.
We got a meeting at 7.
Why is he paying?
Yep. He was one of the cornerstones, that's for sure.
All right, most cities.
When he raced back to come back after he visited his wife, he was Cliff. I couldn't pronounce his YouTube name, but his name was Cliff.
So hopefully, guys,
He said Bryant was driving like 80 and 85 miles an hour to get back to the Bunker Hill. Yeah. We need those 10 men. We need those 10 men here, Patriot. We definitely need those 10 men to take his place. We need them now.
Right.
And I thought he was gonna hold like staring at him. But I realized he was smiling at me. And I was like, oh man, I just gave him a dirty look.
Yeah, that's right there, Leela. Cliff was saying that he was afraid to drive as fast as what Bryant was going.
It was a friendly smile.
He was on a mission to get to Bunker Hill, and that's what he wanted to do. And too many people were going against his wishes.
So Agnes actually bought 3 more megaphones for this movement.
Yeah, and she's one
But
of
she brought a bunch of flags, big flags,
She did everything. More flags, more.
She brought that other big banner that's on the.
The banners, everything.
That's on the PVC pipe.
She did a great job, and she came out and basically told 1776 that that's what they need to be doing. Not sitting on their little tubes and getting all comfortable. They need to be walking around this little marching field with them banners and flags.
And the blowhorn.
And the blowhorns. And talking about why they're out here. Every day they should be doing it. I would say an hour a day. One big lap. It might take 2 hours for a lap. I would recommend that 100%. Need that couple blowhorns yelling, because then you're out here making a statement.
Yeah.
Out here and sitting on.
We need to have the bullhounds. We need to go 7 times around the Capitol, see if we can crush it down to the ground.
Exactly. Not a vacation. This is a statement.
Yeah, that spot that I was sitting in, it wouldn't let me get catch any internet.
What?
When I was sitting over there.
Yeah, this thing started lagging when I was over there.
That's why I moved over here. I had to start my stream twice over there, and I said, "Fuck it, I'll go over here." Now it's like at 25 and 30.
Yeah.
So.
It's crazy. Thank you, Joel, on that. Polish Agnes is a true patriot with boots on the ground. 100%. She says and does appreciate it.
You don't even need a blowhorn.
No, I thought that was a blowhorn. Brian, my God, says, Parking is free on Sunday. Yeah, I didn't know that. I paid 3 times.
And then something bit me on my arm.
It does say 7 days? Yeah, so it's 7 days a week.
I ain't questioning
I mean, they wouldn't take the money.
Yeah, we need 1,000 like them.
From the Chinese American Church?
Sure, why not? I'll have a cream cone. Got an ice cream cone with peanuts on it. See, I got my
our government restore the rule of law and our constitutional rights.
I think this is from that lady that,
They had the foresight to
yeah.
include amendments to the United States Constitution that guarantee people's rights and provide surety that no future U.S. politician or president can ever disregard or take them away. We the people have forgotten the real power that we the people possess. We are a group of citizens from sea to shining sea. We are not only red, white, and blue. We are not a religious group or a political partisan group. We are not Democrat, Republican, Independent, Libertarian. We are the people of the United States of America, here to reclaim the authority and the power that is granted to us under the Constitution of the United States. This great and beautiful nation belongs to all of us, and we are united in our mission and our cause. We believe the American people have endured repeated abuse from our federal government and its unconstitutional overreach that has limited our freedom and violated our liberties. Our founding fathers adopted a government granting we the people ultimate power and control over a representative government. And it is time that we reclaim our constitutional authority over our governments.
What was you talking about?
Some examples of these grievances that we are here to address include the federal government has superseded the authority granted the state and local governments, and ultimately we the people, creating...
I wish I had a voice like him. I'd be screaming it all the
federal
time.
government has
But then I wouldn't be able to talk
on
on chat.
Inalienable rights such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The federal government has instituted unconstitutional declarations of national emergency. The federal government has failed to protect our
Yeah, he's not a
borders,
big boy, but boy, he's
our
got
national
a.
security.
He makes up with it with his
The federal government
voice.
has allowed, even caused outrageous financial burdens on the American people by their policies on energy, such as the Keystone Pipeline and denying leases on federal land. These policies have directly left us dependent once again.
Yeah, we need.
The Department of Education.
We need to circle around the Capitol building 7 times while he reads that thing, see if we can bring it down, bring the Capitol down.
Our federal government has in fact surrendered our national sovereignty to foreign powers.
Thank you, Doug.
And it proposes to give authority, ultimate authority over health issues to the World Health Organization. Our federal and state governments have failed to provide election transparency and integrity. The Federal Democratic Restoration Movement demands accountability for these and other unconstitutional actions. We believe that freedom requires both personal and collective responsibility. Our founding fathers understood this and the need for a moral society to ensure and be.
He's not even on it. He's recorded his voice and he's playing it now. He's not even talking on it. Simon's over here. You got to record it.
Moral society and reclaim our inalienable rights stolen from us by the federal government. We must protect our national sovereignty, reject control over America by foreign governments or organizations, as well as secure our borders and our elections. We demand accountability for violations of our rights, for crimes against humanity, and elected officials that have violated their oath of office to secure the rights of the people and protect the citizens of this great nation against foreign.
Well, give me a chance. It took me 11 days to get sounding like I am on my chat. Maybe a little later I'll pick up the megaphone.
And get paid as witnesses in their own case for the covering of a murder of a police officer.
Is that a bullshit call?
Huh?
Is that a bullshit call?
No, this is real. I'm really on the phone. I don't care who hears it. I'll say it one more time. Hear your name. So the FBI.
Yeah, he recorded it.
Only blanked out things saying that a police officer killed himself, but they won't divulge any real information. And now they're going to blame me for an officer's suicide. When they supposedly don't have any information that says he killed himself, and they won't provide that to us. And now, in this case, also, not only are they doing that, but they're also paying the FBI as expert witnesses to cover up these things. Is that what you have? Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And no one in the federal government is going to investigate this besides our police, counterterrorism branch. But hey, why not? Makes sense, right? This is real call. Very real. Yeah, very real call. So yeah, that's it. So they're paying themselves to cover up and extort the U.S. taxpayers to the tune of about $7 million. At the same time, genius. All right, cool.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, right here in D.C. Wow. All this is going on right now. Right under our nose.
What is a phone call to who though?
Huh?
To you? They're saying you?
They're calling you or you're listening?
No, I'm talking to someone privately. Here, I'll call you back.
I thought you were on the phone with somebody telling you.
Yeah, they are. They're telling me right now.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, I'll tell you.
No, I'm confused. I'm like, what the fuck?
You guys can get a nice interview.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is worth a lot of money.
Don't burn the food there.
You can look it up.
And that.
So I was here on January 6th.
Okay.
I had no intention of entering the Capitol building. When I got there, the back was open and they were letting people in. So I decided, I'm going to videotape this. So I go and I videotape it. And I make it all the way up to where Ashley Babbitt's on the ground. Oh yeah, I'm real sad. Anyway, oh yeah, I'm really pissed off. Yeah, anyway, she was not dead. She was lying there and breathing. And the first responder I got an interview with, he said that he witnessed the whole thing. You'll even see in the video, he was the guy that like...
I don't know how to make those watermark things yet.
I didn't say that, but here, let me finish. Or you'll lose your interview. Okay. All right, so he's the guy that when she falls backwards, he's the guy that goes like this. Ah! And does this thing. Right. That's the first responder. Okay. Anyway, he's in jail right now. But that's not the story. What? The first responder? Yeah.
But not for that.
Yeah, for that situation.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
for that
surprised.
situation. Yeah. And I'll tell you why if you wait for a second. So he does a little like touch check thing, and then he's done. He's out. And so I get an interview with him. He says, "Oh, it's the first responder." I said, "Oh, okay." So I get an interview with them. And he says, she got hit in the neck with a tear gas canister. Hold on, wait.
I'm not saying no.
And she died immediately. She died. He said crushed her artery in the neck, and she died immediately. Of course, I already witnessed her, and I was like, okay, so she's alive or resuscitated. Obviously, she's not bleeding out terribly.
Hey, would you like an ice cream?
And, yeah, that was about it. So I was just like, okay. And then I realized all these people right here were like acting like fieldsmen, you know, they were just basically creating a little fence.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, are they in on this? You know, and then you start looking up and you're like, who else is in on this? It's already like that. So then I see the guy get the interview, and then this is what he says to me. And I should even tell you like how I got even in this room. Because as I was approaching, two guys who are known.
Well, Deborah, I have a lot to learn about how to do this stuff. Today's just my 13th day of doing this.
Said they just shot a 14-year-old girl. And I was like, why is a 14-year-old girl in here?
Right.
In the middle of this all this yelling and stuff. Why is she trying to? So I'm about ready to walk by them. They're like, no, man, like, help us. They whisper it, like, help us, like, whispering, help us.
They were playing it weird.
No, it's not weird because they're BLM. And if you read that sign, it says that the U.S. Parks Police is investigating, the Counterterrorism Department or branch is investigating known BLM and Antifa actors that were going to be there on January 6th. So it's not weird. It's actually quite normal if they were all anticipating that.
Right.
And then, of course, it makes sense why all the cops weren't doing anything. They were just standing around looking at us like, all right, you know.
Right, letting everybody in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so anyway, the guy said she died immediately.
The 13-year-old or?
No, sorry, I skipped back in time forward again.
Okay.
I was in the interview, and now I'm ending the interview, yeah. And it says that she got shot in the neck with a tear gas canister.
Not a bullet.
There was no bruising. Yeah, there's no bruising here.
No blood?
Well, I mean, there's these little blood splotches, but I mean, it's not
But
enough to die.
where did the round go that the cop shot? I seen him shoot.
Wow, cool. I'm really glad. Were you there?
No, I seen it in a video.
Oh, cool. Anyway, so back to what I was saying.
well, I was just wondering, you know.
Well, I mean, your opinion's valid, I'm sure. But anyways, I'm telling my story.
Hey.
And I'm in the middle of an interview here, yeah. And if you want one, I'll give you one. So, anyway, so, right.
Well, I'll get it going when,
she wasn't dead.
I got to figure this stuff out. Now I need to go
she's not dead. And
figure a
he
few
goes,
other
"Well, they
things
must
out.
revive her." And I was like-
We'll get it going.
Anyway, I ended the interview with the schmuck, and he's in jail now. And because he can't get his story straight. Can you believe it? That's the funny part. He can actually leave if he gets his story straight, but now I think he's living over his head. So, I don't remember his name. But he's the guy that after I got the interview with, and he knew he botched it and he blew it and everything was all like crazy, he's the guy that's being escorted out by Capitol Police before they actually help Ashley Babbitt on the ground. So that's pretty remarkable in and on itself. They escort him out before they tend to Ashley Babbitt. So there's that. And of course they don't carry Ashley Babbitt out on a stretcher and no real medical response occurs. So they drag her out and her neck's going like this. If she was hit in the neck, oh boys. But anyways, there's all these stories now. There's multiple stories. And he's in jail and it's because he couldn't get his story right. And I was there, and I'm not in jail. So there's that.
What about the black guy, the officer that supposedly shot him?
Yeah, the guy that I seen the gun go off.
I don't think
They
so.
gave him a medal.
Was that fake?
If he actually shot her with a real bullet, there would have been blood fucking everywhere. Everywhere. So no matter where, there was not enough blood on her shirt to indicate that she was shot in the abdomen. So they're right there. There's so much. And so anyways, I start making jokes. You know how I am. I start making jokes in the middle of this. I'm making jokes. I'm laughing.
Does that look
I
fake?
came in kind of yelling, but then I was like, realized none of it was real. And they start making jokes, and then they all freak out. Everyone freaks out, and they kick everybody out. So that's what initiated the kicking out part. So they kick everybody out, and there's no fighting, no nothing.
We have a
They
meeting
get all
at
the way to the
7,
door,
so
and they block
maybe
it.
Santa will tell us where we're going on
And then they send us
our
some
sneaker
agitators. Over and they
convoy
attack
tomorrow.
a cop in front of me as they're pushing us all around in a circle like this. And it's funny, I'm laughing still the whole time. And then this guy spears a cop, and I grab him by the shirt. He wasn't very effective, and I just yank him back.
Stand up for a little
And then
bit.
a Capitol policeman realizing that their show, because they're all in on it. I'm guaranteeing you at this point, they're all in on it. This cop right here hits me in the head. I scream at him, "What the fuck, man? I'm helping you. If you do that again, it's going to end differently."
Disregard or take
And then
them
they push
away.
us out.
We the people have forgotten the real power
That's the story.
that we the people possess.
Okay.
We
Now,
are a group of citizens from sea to shining sea. We are not only red, white, and blue. We are not a religious group or a political partisan group. We are not Democrat, Republican,
I'm gonna
Independent,
go across the street
we
for a
are
little
the
bit.
people of the United States of America, here to reclaim the authority and the power that is granted to us under the Constitution of the United States.
I'm not too worried about it as I'm here. I've been here 5 days.
This great and beautiful nation belongs to
and
all
I'm being
of us.
sued, so I
And we
didn't
are
stop talking.
united
They even
in
have
our
people from my
mission
own family,
and our
family
cause.
members come and say,
We believe
you
the
gotta
American
stop
people
talking
have
about
endured
this or
repeated
they'll arrest
abuse
you.
from our federal
So I didn't
government
stop
and its
talking about it.
unconstitutional
Then,
overreach and has
this
limited
was
our
months after
freedom and
January.
violated our
Suddenly,
liberties.
I
Our
got
founding
sued.
fathers adopted a government granting we the people ultimate power and control over a representative government. And it is time that we reclaim our constitutional authority over our government. Some examples of these grievances that we are here to address include the federal government has superseded the authority granted to state and local governments and ultimately we the people, creating an unconstitutional
But I'll
balance
say
of
it like
power.
this.
The federal
They
government
would
has
not
routinely ignored and trod upon our
stop, and I
unalienable
didn't
rights,
either, okay?
such as life,
And then I kept doing
liberty,
it. Suddenly I was being
and the pursuit of
civilly
happiness.
sued because of
The
police
federal government has
officer
instituted
who died 9 days
unconstitutional
later
declarations of
after
national
January
emergency.
6th via suicide.
The federal government has
allegedly.
failed to
He
protect
was
our
called
borders
back
and
to
has
work
compromised
that
our
morning.
national
He
security.
allegedly committed suicide.
The federal government has
because
allowed
there was a
even caused
discrepancy in
outrageous
his
financial
report
burdens on the
filings.
American
So
people
they wanted to
by
come
their
back and ask
policies
him
on
some more
energy,
questions,
such
and he
as
never
the
made it.
Eastern
He was
Pipeline
driving
and
into
denying
work,
leases
and
on federal
allegedly, according to the
land.
story,
These
he pulled
policies
a gun
have
out and
directly
shot
left
himself
us
at full
dependent
speed
once
while he was
again on
driving to work.
foreign nations.
The speed
The
limit or
Department of
whatever.
Education
But
has
either way,
neglected to respect parental
now
rights.
he's
They have
dead.
indoctrinated our
We
children
can't
with critical race
investigate
theory
this
and
tragedy
LGBTQ
because it's
propaganda
all
and
already
instruction.
orchestrated. So
Our
the
federal
story
government
goes
has
like
at times
this.
surrendered
There's
our
a
national
lawyer
sovereignty to foreign
who's
powers
representing
and is
he's
proposing
committed
to
a
give
great deal
authority,
of fraud in
ultimate
his
authority
case
over
to
health
say
issues
that I'm
to the
this
World Health
terrorist,
Organization. Our
and that
federal
I'm an
and state governments have
insurrectionist
failed to
instead of
provide
this
election
citizen reporter
transparency
journalist for the
and
day.
integrity. The
I've done this
1776
before,
Restoration Movement
obviously, I'm
demands
doing this.
accountability for these and
So,
other unconstitutional actions.
anyway,
we believe that freedom requires both
now he's
personal
saying
and collective
that
responsibility.
This
Our founding
co-defendant in this little tussle, they had me going around like this in a circle. That's why I brought it up.
Right.
They say that I handed my cane, and I do have a cane. I just don't need it right now. It's too hot. Usually it's cold, so I use it. But anyway, I had it in my hand, and I went like this, and I never lost. Anyway, there's video shows I never lost it. But he was saying that I gave it to this guy who works down the street from Congress. He looks like a. He looks like a Podesta brother, and his name's David Wells Kaufman, and you can look him up on the internet. And he's under arrest for being a part of this thing, and I'm still not. I'm still not. But they're saying there was a conspiracy that took place, as if I planned to hand this guy something. Now I don't even. Now he took it out of the case. He says, "No, I didn't even hand." Now I'm not handing him the cane at all.
We are not
cane is no longer a part of it. Yeah, and so he's changed his case over, and now it just says, well, we conspired. We never talked to the guy, still haven't. He's in jail. There's no way I'm going to talk to this guy. I could tell from the get-go they were all in on it. You know?
We are united in our mission.
But it's a civil case. He's a
This great and
co-defendant,
beautiful
and I'm
nation
supposed to
belongs
defend
to
this
all of
guy,
us.
or at least.
The
But thing is,
1776
he's a sex
Restoration
offender. He
Movement
works right
is
across the
drawing
street
the
from the
line,
Capitol.
that line
His
in the
clients
sand.
are like Supreme Court justices,
It's past
the
time
clerks,
to shine the light
members of
of
Congress,
truth on the
and their staff.
tyrannical. We must exercise
Oh, yeah.
our God-given
Oh yeah,
and
and now he's arrested for
constitutionally
demonstrating in the
granted
Capitol.
right
But none of these
to
things
address
are
the
about assaulting a police
grievances
officer. None of the
of
charges.
we
And
the
nothing.
people.
I've never been charged. I'm not going
Will
to.
you
That's why I'm
join
here to
us
show
to
everyone I'm not
preserve
afraid.
these
They've
rights
intimidated me. They're
and
trying to tell me to
defend
shut up about what I
our
saw. I know
republic?
what I saw. I know what I saw. The story doesn't make any sense still. They're not arresting the right people for the right reasons
In the
according to
First
the narrative.
Amendment of the Bill of
There
Rights,
is no insurrection charges at all.
the founders of this
There
great
hasn't been.
nation
Period.
safeguarded
They haven't
we
charged
the
anyone.
people from
But
any
suddenly there's a conspiracy.
future
Yes, there's a
power-hungry
conspiracy on foot.
group or
You have a cop
individuals
that shot himself in the
attempt
least
to
likely of
establish
ways while he was
tyrannical
going
rule.
to answer more questions about
Further,
his testimony
The
about what
Bill of
happened on
Rights
January 6th.
guarantees all of us
None
the
of
right
those
to
reports
free
ever indicate anything
exercise of
about
religion,
anything about
of
that
speech,
room
of
or
the
that
press,
time that he was in that room. Where I was at.
and the rights of the people
Doesn't
to
even make sense. The
peacefully
whole story doesn't make any
assemble.
sense. Doesn't add up. They're
Peacefully
extorting the
assemble.
taxpayers for $7
The
million.
right of the people to
Because I ain't sure
petition
no one can
the
pay for it.
government
Right.
So
for
they're just saying
redress
all
of
this
grievances.
None of it makes
Congress
sense.
is prohibited
Unless,
from
you know,
infringing
You read it for what it is. You guys can look up this case.
Yeah, I'm just hoping
It is
that
time
Hello, America. We are the 7th.
doesn't get any strikes on it.
our
I
voice.
doubt it.
Yeah, I'm
It
hoping.
is time
I don't think you
to
can. If they do, that'd
reclaim
be pretty
our
common.
voice from the mainstream media,
But it's all
from
from.
tyrannical
I
You
know,
have the
politicians,
footage.
Yeah. No, it's.
and other groups
on
who
there.
If you get a
attempt.
strike, send it somewhere else.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
They do not represent
But anyways, yeah.
true voice
Now this
of we
lawyer
the people.
is trying
Okay,
to
I'm back.
They do not
get $7 million
represent
out
us.
of taxpayers.
We are picking up
Possibly a murdered cop.
There's a lot of open spaces. I should move my vehicle, but
Citizens
I'll wait till after the meeting.
Restoration movement
So,
stands
yeah, we're a
united
thorn in their side.
to
So we just gotta
peacefully
keep telling
address
what we see and what we saw
our
and get it
grievances
done.
and demand that our government restore the rule
Thank
of
you
law.
there, Ritu. This is my 13th day of doing this, and I'm learning on the fly. But I have a lot of good
Powerful
people helping me out.
the founders of
And,
this great nation. They had the foresight
Did you want it with the crust or no
to
crust?
amendments to the United States Constitution that
Make sure y'all jump up there. I mean, storm up there and hit that like button.
provide surety
I'll just say it.
no future U.S. politician or president
No.
has ever disrespected
Wow, we got a lot of flags now. Got a big banner.
the people
We've got about 10 or 12 new vehicles.
Here, do
that
it on
we
the
the people possess.
Because that's a lot of.
Oh, really?
Know something is wrong.
I'm gonna take you a walk. I'll be right. I'm gonna move my thing.
To take a stand. Now is the time to stand alongside we the people. United we stand, divided we fall. We invite everyone to join us in this peaceful movement. Your presence here with us, your and our boots on the ground is vital for our voices to be heard loud and clear and strong.
Yeah, I don't know what's all what
We recognize
his truth or what. I just watch Real American Voice with Steve and
we understand
his group. I like that
everyone is able to help by boots on the ground.
that show a lot.
So please take up this cause from your home.
As far as people being there, I wasn't there, so I don't know what goes on.
Movement. Follow us on social media. Watch and share the live stream.
Yeah, I moved away from them.
Donate to our cause. Whether it be
I probably will there.
volunteer support.
I think I seen an area where when I took everybody up there to show it to you, everyone. I think there's a little area I can just go in there and
Movement greatly appreciated. Our goal
yeah.
is to restore our
We need all kinds of.
Republic,
We need to share this all over the world.
restoration of a moral
From what I understand, we're getting bigger and bigger. That's Spider, I believe. No, that's not Spider. I can't remember his name. No, that is Spider. Does she cut the crust off there, Jeff? That's my favorite part. Man,
America, we are the movement. We're calling on every person in this great nation, the land of the free and the home of the brave, to join us in Hello, America, we are the 1776 Restoration Movement. We're calling on every person in this great nation.
Now Simon must have recorded himself.
To join us in restoring this nation to a constitutional republic.
I could go do that and lip sync, whatever they call that. Everybody would think I'm the one talking.
The fear of government becoming too powerful worried the founders of this great nation. They had the foresight to include amendments to the United States Constitution that guarantee people's rights and provide surety that no future U.S. politician or president can ever disregard or take them away. We the people have forgotten the real power that we the people possess. We are a group of...
Look at all the flags that we have
We are
now.
not only red, white, and blue. We are not a religious group or a political partisan group. We are not
Going all down the
Democrat, Republican,
streets.
Libertarian. We are the people of the United States of America, here to reclaim the authority and the power that is granted to us under the Constitution of the United States. This great and beautiful nation belongs to all of us, and we are
Bee
united
Gees.
in our mission.
I started a joke that started the whole world
From our
laughing.
federal government and its unconstitutional overreach and has limited our freedom and violated our liberties. Our founding fathers adopted a government.
Said I like a hey hey ho ho kind of song.
And it is time
Really
that we
chant.
reclaim our constitutional authority over our governments. Some examples of these grievances that we are here to address include the federal government has superseded the authority granted the state and local governments and ultimately we the people, creating an unconstitutional balance of power. The federal government has routinely...
I like the Bee Gees. I've seen them on
rights, such as life,
well,
and the pursuit of happiness.
they had a thing on my Roku station, well, the Roku channel. They were live. Yeah, they were really
Has
good.
failed to protect our borders and has compromised our national security. The federal government has allowed, even caused outrageous financial burdens on the American people by their policies on energy, such as the Keystone Pipeline and denying leases on federal land.
Except for when they did the disco
The
craze.
Department of Education has neglected to respect parental rights. They have indoctrinated our children with critical race theory and LGBT.
Yeah, they did.
And instruction. Our federal government has at times surrendered our national sovereignty to foreign powers.
The only thing I didn't like was the disco era.
Ultimate authority over health.
Luckily, I was saved from it. I lived in Panama during that time, so they were like 2 or 3 years behind in music and stuff, so I got a little saved from it.
And other unconstitutional actions. We believe that freedom requires both personal and collective responsibility. Our founding fathers understood this, and the
That's a good one there, Robert.
And the enduring success of our republic. We value integrity, honesty, living peaceably, and sharing mutual respect for each other. The government is using fear to take away our freedom. We wish to
Yeah, but his voice is so precise.
and reclaim our inalienable rights stolen from us by their federal government. We must protect our national sovereignty, reject control over Americans by foreign governments or organizations such as the World Health Organization, as well as secure our borders and our elections. We demand accountability for violations of our rights, for crimes against humanity, and elected officials that have
Hey,
violated
hey,
their oath of
ho,
office
ho.
to
Those
support the rights of
uncrusted
the
eaters
people
got to go. Hey,
and
hey,
protect
ho, ho.
the citizens of this great nation against foreign and domestic enemies.
All right, where are they?
We are
I'm
the
fired up
1776
now.
Restoration movement. We're called.
I'm fired up now. Where are they at? We should have had that chant last night.
Hello, America. We are the 1776 Restoration Movement. We're calling on every person in this great nation, the land of the free and the home of the brave, to join us in restoring this nation to a constitutional republic. We stand united to peacefully address our grievances and demand that our government restore the rule of law and our
I like the uncrusted gotta go.
government becoming too powerful.
The uncrusters gotta go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The uncrusters gotta go. Hey, hey.
Rights and provide surety that no future U.S. politician
I had a
or
friend when I
president
was
can ever
growing up. His mom
disregard
used to
or
cut the
take them
crust
away.
off. I
We the people
never
have
understood
the
why
real
she
power
did that.
that we the people possess. We are a group of citizens from sea to shining sea. We are
He
not
became
only red,
a truck
white,
driver.
and blue.
One
We
of Billy,
are
he's
not
still
a
driving the
religious
truck.
group
I
or a
haven't
political partisan
heard
group.
or
We are
seen
not
him
Democrat,
since we
Republican,
graduated from high
Independent,
school.
We are the people of the United States of America, here to reclaim the authority and the power that is granted to us under the Constitution of the United States. This great and beautiful nation belongs to all of us, and we are united in our mission and our cause. We believe the American people have endured repeated abuse from our federal government and its unconstitutional overreach and has limited our freedom and violated our liberties. Our founding fathers
Time is
adopted a
up.
government
Don't want to be late to the meeting
ultimate
again.
power and control over a
6:30.
representative government. And it is time that we
Oh,
reclaim our
shit.
constitutional authority.
Wonder where we're
over
going
our
tomorrow. I'm
government.
getting pumped for
Some
our
examples of these grievances,
sneaker convoy
that we are
tomorrow.
here to address include the federal government has superseded the authority granted the state and local governments and ultimately we the people, creating an unconstitutional balance of power. The federal government has routinely ignored and trod upon our unalienable rights such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The federal government has instituted unconstitutional declarations of national emergency. The federal government has failed to protect our borders and has compromised our national security. The federal government has allowed and caused outrageous financial burdens on the American people by their policies on energy, such as the...
Well, Dolly, the meeting's at 7 o'clock, so you gotta get everything cleaned up by 7, so you can see where. I think Santa said he was going to tell us where we're going on our sneaker convoy
We have
tomorrow.
indoctrinated our children with critical race theory and LGBTQ propaganda and instruction.
I'm doing it all now. I've been in the convoy. Now I'm going to be in a sneaker convoy.
Proposing to give authority, ultimate authority over health issues to the World Health Organization. Our federal and state governments have...
As long as we don't get those little skateboard scooter thing convoy going. I need a crash suit and helmet for that if we do that.
Our founding fathers understood this and the need for a
No, he's had that suit. I've seen it when he was with the People's Convoy. I have no idea where you'd buy something like that. It wouldn't look the same on me, I tell you that right
The
now.
government is using fear to take away our freedom. We wish to return to a moral society and reclaim our inalienable rights stolen from us by our federal government. We must protect our national sovereignty, reject control over America.
Oh, I'm going to. If we march on the Capitol, I'm going to make a whole bunch of them. Give one to AOC, but then again, she might be thinking I'm hitting on her if I gave her one, so I don't know.
To secure the rights of the people and protect the citizens of this great
I'd have to soak one in
Hello, America. We are the
Russian vodka to give the
Restoration Movement. We're calling on every
Pelosi.
person in this great nation, the land of the free and the home of the brave, to join us in
Yeah, I ought to go walk around downtown and hit the bars to see if AOC's in one of them. Maybe she'll serve me a drink. After all, she is the America bartender. Oh, not if we're not gone 3 hours. He said we're going, wherever we're going, it's in walking distance, so I don't see Santa walking 4 miles and 4 miles back. Not that he can't do it, but I don't want to walk that far. Heck, I walked down to the porta potty and back, and I'm breaking out in a dead sweat. No, she's been trying to hit on me. She's trying to get me drunk and take advantage of me. Oh, that's nice. The old man's riding a bicycle and making the lady run. Maybe she'll let me drive her Tesla.
Hello, America. We are the 1776 Restoration Movement. We're calling on every person in this great nation, the land of the free and the home of the brave, to join us and restore.
Now we're
this
supposed.
nation to a
We've been told not
republic.
to
We stand united
react
to peacefully address our
when they come.
grievances and demand
Supposed to
that
just
our
let them
government
alone,
restore
and
the rule of law and
hopefully
our
potty mouth and her
constitutional
friend
rights.
won't be
The fear
back.
of government becoming too powerful worried the founders of this great nation. They had the foresight to include amendments to the United States Constitution that guarantee people's rights and
That's
provide
me.
surety
I had to
that
look
no
at my
future
subscription
U.S.
list.
politician or
I had
president
you
can ever
subscribe to
disregard or take them away.
me.
We the people have forgotten the real power that we
Well,
the
I'm not
people
one of
possess.
those. I don't know why
We
they
are a
always
group
turn
of
on there.
citizens from sea to shining sea.
I
We
don't-
are not only red, white, and blue. We are not a religious group or a
Yeah.
political partisan
This
group.
is
We are not
my,
Democrat, Republican, Independent,
13th day
Libertarian.
doing
We
that.
are the people of the United States of America, here to reclaim
You've
the
probably
authority
been on my list.
and the power that is granted to us under
Yeah, I
the
started
Constitution.
actually streaming in West Virginia. I came from North Dakota, and I didn't want any distractions and I knew I was close to Bunker Hill, so I started streaming in West Virginia, and I came down through Maryland to Bunker Hill. And 13 days later, I'm a sensation, I guess.
How many subscribers did you just start live streaming?
Yeah, I just started. I got over 1,300 right now.
Wow.
Some examples of these
Yeah, Fry TV's pretty good about introducing new people.
Well, he hasn't been on a long time. I watched him a lot. Now then I started watching Tommy Templer.
Yeah.
He was on my stream yesterday. He gave me a temper tantrum deal, right on my deal.
and the pursuit of happiness.
I go there just to find live streams.
Sure, yeah. Well, that's what I did. I'd watch, see what was going on, and then I'd find well, I'm going to go there,
If they're doing it right.
And then I had 3 TVs going, one with, whoops, I was addicted to it.
We all are. We all are.
Well, thanks for finding me out.
The Department of Education has neglected to respect parental
Yeah,
rights.
Dakota's
They have
a long
indoctrinated
way.
Yeah,
our children
1,800
with
miles.
critical race theory and LGBTQ propaganda.
Hopefully I'll be here into September if we're going that long.
National sovereignty to foreign powers and is supposing
Maybe longer, I don't know.
ultimate authority
I'm
over
in Maine.
health
I'm
issues.
sure
The World
North
Health
Dakota gets
Organization.
as
Our
cold as
federal
Maine.
Oh yeah,
provide election transparency.
we get down to 20 with a 40 or 50 mile an hour
Restoration
wind.
movement demands accountability for
We have no
these
trees.
and other unconstitutional actions.
Really?
We believe
North
that
Dakota's
freedom
off
requires
flat
personal
rolling
and collective
farmland.
responsibility.
Really?
Our founding fathers
plant a
understood
lot of
that
corn and
for a
wheat.
moral society to ensure
Corn
the
and
enduring
wheat?
success of our
Or
republic.
wheat.
We value
They probably grow weed there too. I don't,
peaceably and sharing mutual
I was going to say, I
respect
don't think
for
we're
each
legal
other.
up there yet.
well, you can get
The
a
government is using
prescription
fear
for it.
to take away
A lot of
our
them have-
freedom. We
But,
wish to return to a
yeah, I
moral
just like the
society
area I lived
and
in.
reclaim
I
our
moved
inalienable rights
there in
stolen from us by our federal
2012,
government. We must
Dickinson.
protect our
'Cause
national sovereignty.
4 hours to the Black Hills, and it's like 7 hours to
the World Health Organization,
Yellowstone,
as well
and
as secure our
5
borders
hours
and
to
our elections.
Canada, but I can't
We
go to
demand accountability for
Canada.
violations of our rights,
So,
for crimes against
that kinda
humanity,
bums me
and
out. When you got
elected officials that have
Montana,
violated their oath of office.
just right there.
We secure
Is
the
that where
rights
you're
of the
from, is
people.
North Dakota?
No, I grew up in Niagara Falls, New
The
York.
citizens of
Oh,
this great
really?
nation
I
against
lived
foreign
most of
and
my
domestic
life in
enemies.
Texas.
Hello, America. We are the
Where in
1776
Bryan College
Restoration
Station.
Movement. We're calling on every person
It's
in this
with a
great
Texas
nation, the
A&M
land of the
University.
free and the home of the brave, to join us in restoring this nation to a constitutional republic.
Well, Bryan College
We stand
Station is
united
like
to peacefully
90
address
miles
our
north of
grievances
Houston.
and demand that our government restore the rule
Yeah,
of law and our constitutional
Lived there for
rights.
29 years, and I came up to North Dakota for the oil boom.
They had the foresight to include
Up to
amendments
2
to the
years
United
ago, it
States
was
Constitution that
booming.
guarantee people's
Now
rights
it's-
and provide surety that no future U.S. politician or president can ever
Now we're importing oil
disregard
from
or
other
take them away.
countries, and we got
We the people have forgotten the real
billions
power
of barrels
that we the
just
people
sitting in the
possess.
ground out
We
there.
are a group of citizens
They've also
from sea to shining
picked
sea.
up
We are
on
not only red, white,
when
and
the
blue.
patents
We
for
are
clean
not
energy
a
or good
religious group
energy,
or a
things
political
that really
partisan
work,
group. We are not
come
Democrat,
up.
Republican, Independent,
might.
Libertarian.
Sure.
We are the people
Sure.
of the United States
Wow,
of
look at
America,
Tesla.
here to reclaim the authority
Tesla
and the power
Accord
that is
is
granted
going to
to
give
us
out free
under the
electric, and it's
Constitution of the
buried
United
somewhere.
States.
Nobody knows how to work it or where
This
it's
great and
at.
beautiful
Oh, they
nation
do.
belongs to
Oh,
all
yeah,
of
yeah,
us,
they
on the
do.
shelf.
and we are
Well, it's
united
buried
in
somewhere
our
down.
mission and our cause.
Who knows? It could be under this
Believe the
building
American people
somewhere.
have endured repeated abuse from our federal government and its unconstitutional overreach and has limited our freedom.
Here's the lady that came and
Our founding
mind if
fathers
I
adopted a government granted
screen you a
to the
little
people
bit?
ultimate
You know
power
what?
and control over
She-
our representative
She's shy. She came and looked for stormtrooper.
our constitutional authority over our
Stay
government.
in the back, Jack.
Some examples of these grievances.
I used to be shy. I used to be not talking. Now these clowns, these people got me clowning around and talking my butt off, and I don't even. I've talked more in the last 13 days than I did probably my entire life.
such as the and the pursuit of happiness. The federal government has instituted unconstitutional declarations
Yeah.
of national emergency. The federal government has failed to
nice.
protect our borders and has
We get those other groups they talked about. We're gonna have a pretty good time, I think.
When are they going to be, or does anybody know? I thought somebody was pulling in today.
These policies have directly left us dependent once again on foreign nations.
Like they say, if you build it, they'll come. You know.
They have indoctrinated our children
Yeah.
with critical race theory
Never
and
thought of that, but
LGBT
yeah.
propaganda and instruction. Our federal government has at times surrendered our national sovereignty to foreign powers and is proposing to give authority, ultimate authority.
Yeah, I haven't seen Santa yet, so I don't know if he's on his way or maybe
Someone said he was on his way.
maybe Raptor will have the meeting.
The 1776 Restoration Movement demands accountability for these and other unconstitutional actions. We believe that freedom.
Yeah, the fire truck.
personal
It's
and collective responsibility.
we need that fixed
Our
in
founding
here.
fathers understood this and the need for a moral
We
society.
need to get
ensure and the enduring
Big D out of
success our republic.
out of
Without
jail. So
honesty,
don't forget to deal to his give.
respect for each other.
What is it? Give, send, and
The
go.
government is using fear
I'm not sure what
to
the
take away our freedom. We will
the,
seek to turn
fun,
to a moral society and reclaim our inalienable rights.
letters are. I don't know if free Big D. I don't remember.
Control over Americans by foreign
Maybe somebody has it
such as the World Health
written down.
as well as secure our borders and our elections. We demand accountability for violations of our rights, for crimes against humanity, and elected officials that have violated their oath of office to secure the rights of the people and protect the citizens of this great nation against foreign
For the little stunt we all pulled on the 4th of July from we shut down 4 freeways on the 4th of July.
restoring this nation to a constitutional republic. We stand united to peacefully
So
address
I really don't know how they put a warrant out on Santa, because the guy, I was in Santa's convoy and I watched everything happen. The cop got his license for him, he went back to his car, checked it out, came back, gave it to him, and walked in the back of the convoy, and like 8 minutes later we fired up and convoyed back to Bunker Hill. Then we ate pizza, and then I had to tell everybody the little white lie, and we left like 2:30 in the morning and ended up here on Tuesday.
Here to reclaim the authority and the power that is granted to us under the Constitution of the United States. This great and beautiful nation belongs
All right,
to all of
Shirlene.
us.
Did
We
you?
are united
I enjoyed the hug.
and our cause. We believe the American people have endured repeated abuse from our federal government and its unconstitutional overreach and has limited our freedom and violated our liberties. Our founding fathers adopted a government granting we the people ultimate power and control over a representative government. And it is time
Make sure
that
you're
we
back by 7. That's when they.
authority over our governments.
That's when the.
Some examples of these grievances that we are
Supposedly, that's
to
when we're
address
supposed to have a
include
meeting.
The federal government has superseded the authority granted the state and local governments and ultimately we the people, creating an unconstitutional balance of power. The federal government has routinely ignored and trod upon our unalienable rights, such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The federal government has instituted unconstitutional declarations of national emergency. The federal government has failed to protect our borders and has compromised our national security. The federal government has allowed, even caused outrageous financial burdens on the American people by their policies on energy, such as the Keystone Pipeline and denying leases on federal land. These policies have directly left us dependent once again on foreign nations. The Department
That's
of
right.
Education has
We need to
neglected
get
to respect
Big D out of the
We have
slammer.
indoctrinated our children with critical race
insane that
theory
he's in
and
there.
Yeah.
LGBTQ propaganda.
Like I said, we were right there. We were right there, and we didn't even. When he went to go get Santa's license, I told him, hey, thank you for your service. And he kind of looked at me and smiled, and he came back.
I was watching the live stream.
And came back.
He's all smiles.
Yeah, he came back, and then he went back up and gave Santa his license. Came back, and I said, "God bless you." And he just looked at him and said, "Man, thank you so much for that." And then I was looking in my rearview mirror. I was live streaming, but Santa told me to keep it. The Buffalo Man and Simon were going to get out. My job was to keep the front of the convoy in case cops came that way. And I was looking in my rearview mirror. Him and another guy were back. Another state policeman were back just laughing. And then Santa blew his horn. We all started off, got in line, and came back to Bunker Hill. I thought, everything was cool.
Everything was
I never expected, and then we got here, and we had a meeting, and Santa goes, well, we're not going to do anything. We got up late, we drove all night, go rest, so I walked down to the Washington Memorial or Monument, or whatever that's there, and I was showing them, what it looked like. We came up here. There's a church over there, and then we got here in the corner, and somebody goes, "They just arrested Santa." I was like, "What? We just got here. we hadn't even."
At the moment they did it, it was such a celebration going on here. They had the fire truck and the Marines, the young Marines were on top.
Sure.
And it was like so wonderful, and then boom.
It was like, I go, what?
We were having way too much fun for them.
I go, what? And I came up here, and by the time I got over here, the guy was driving Santa's truck off.
Yeah. Wrecking his truck.
Then that girl fell off the fire truck.
And we are united in our mission and our cause. We believe the American people have endured repeated abuse.
Yeah, they've been screwing, not really screwing too much, but the little things they've been screwing with us.
Granting we the people ultimate power and control over a representative government. And it is time that we reclaim our
Yeah, we got to get Big D's funds up, from what I understand. We need to get him out of the slammer.
Just mind-blowing every day. It's surreal what they get away with.
Yeah, it's government is overreaching big time.
Such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
They're psychopathic
The federal
criminals.
government has instituted
Or they are
unconstitutional
controlled by
declarations of national
psychopathic
emergency.
criminals, is what it is.
The federal government has failed to
They just want to see how far they can go. You know,
national security.
uh,
The federal government has allowed, even caused outrageous financial burdens on the American people by their policies on energy, such as the Keystone
That is so
Pipeline
much
and
work to
denied
cook that
leases
food
on
and then bring
federal
it here.
land. These
You know,
policies have directly left us
we were
dependent
cooking
on
here, then
foreign nations.
the
The
park
Department of Education has neglected to
cop
respect
commander
local
came and
rights.
said, no, you
They
can't
have
cook here.
indoctrinated our children
So then we were
with
talking to him. He
LGBT
said, well, you can cook it on the tailgate of your truck. And then we said, well, we have propane, you know, to cook, you know, run the grills. He said it was okay. But then that guy came today and said we can't use propane.
Oh, you're going to come up with a new rule every day.
Well, then we asked him about hot plates. And I'm going to have to look into that. It's like,
Don't even ask.
Personal and collective responsibility. Our founding fathers understood this and the need for a moral society to ensure and the enduring success of our republic. We value integrity, honesty, living peaceably, and sharing mutual respect for each other. The government is using fear to take away our freedom. We wish to return to a moral society and reclaim our inalienable rights stolen from us by our federal government. We must protect our national sovereignty, reject control over Americans by foreign governments or organizations such as the World Health Organization, as well as secure our borders and our...
good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm going through the whole thing. I've had a terrible experience today at Walmart, so my mind is still thinking about it. Good evening there, Ms. Q.
Against foreign and domestic enemies. Hello, America. We are the 1776 Restoration Movement. We're calling on every person in this great nation, the land of the free and the home of the brave, to join us in restoring this nation to a constitutional republic. We stand united to peacefully address our grievances and demand that our government restore the rule of law and our constitutional rights. The fear of government becoming too powerful worried the founders of this great nation. They had the foresight to include amendments to the United States Constitution that guarantee...
I think after the meeting I need to go move my vehicle and put it over here with the rest of the
we the people have forgotten the real power that we the people possess. We are a group of citizens from sea to shining sea. We are not only red, white, and blue. We are not a religious group.
That's right. We need
we are not Democrat, Republican, Independent.
We need to keep
we are the people of the United States.
Big D in our prayers and ask the Heavenly Father to keep his emotions up. Don't let him get down.
In our mission and our cause. We believe the American people have endured repeated abuse from our federal government and its unconstitutional overreach and has limited our freedom and violated our liberties. Our founding fathers adopted a government granting we the people ultimate power and control over a representative government. And it is time that we reclaim our constitutional authority.
They found a Bigfoot skull. Maybe when this is over, that's what I should do. I should start searching for Bigfoot.
The federal government has routinely ignored and trod upon our unalienable rights, such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The federal government has instituted unconstitutional declarations of national emergency. The federal government has failed.
See, they keep chasing Bigfoot away. They should carry a 6-pack of John Labatt's extra stock in their backpack, and they could drink a couple beers with Bigfoot.
These policies have directly left us dependent.
Instead of chasing him, he probably wants to have a good drink.
Education has neglected to respect parental rights. They have indoctrinated our children with critical race theory and LGBTQ propaganda and instruction. Our federal government has at times surrendered our national sovereignty to foreign powers and is proposing to give ultimate authority over health issues to the World Health Organization.
That's what I might do. Go in search of
election transparency and
I have to find a good
The 1776
opening.
Restoration Movement demands accountability for these and other unconstitutional actions. We believe that freedom requires both personal and collective
The People's
responsibility.
Media has
Our
found
founding fathers
Bigfoot.
understood this and the need for a
Stay
moral
tuned for the
society
interview.
to ensure and the enduring success of our republic. We value integrity, honesty, living peaceably, and sharing mutual respect for each other. The government is using fear to take away our freedom. We wish to
I'm sure Bigfoot eats it with the crust on.
federal government. We must protect our national sovereignty, reject control over Americans by foreign governments or organizations such as the World Health Organization, as well as secure our borders and our elections. We demand accountability for violations of our rights, for crimes against humanity, and elected officials that have violated their oath of office, to secure the rights of the people and protect the citizens of this great nation against foreign and domestic enemies. Hello, America. We are the 1776 Restoration Movement. We're calling on every person in this great nation, the land of the free and the home of the brave, to join us in restoring this nation to a constitutional republic. We stand united to peacefully address our grievances and demand that our government restore the rule of law and our constitutional rights. The fear of government becoming too powerful worried the founders of this great nation. They had the foresight to include amendments to the United States Constitution that guarantee people's rights and provide surety that no future U.S. politician or president can ever disregard or take them away.
Yeah, Bigfoot probably likes the McRib.
We are a group of citizens from sea to shining sea. We are not only red, white, and blue. We are not a religious.
Yeah, where's the beef? Where's the grilled cheese Sammy?
We are the people of the United States of America here to reclaim the authority and the power that is granted to us under the Constitution of the United States. This great and beautiful nation belongs to all of us, and we are united in our mission.
I watched them a couple times on Netflix before I got rid of Netflix.
From our federal government in an unconstitutional overreach and has limited our freedom and violated our liberties. Our founding fathers adopted a government granting we the people ultimate power and control over a representative government. And it is
Well, it's 7 o'clock and they just brought supper, huh?
over our government. Some examples of these grievances that we are here to address include the federal government has superseded the authority granted to state and local governments and ultimately we the people, creating an unconstitutional balance of power. The federal government
Yeah, I got rid of it. I liked it when it first came out because it had a lot of good shows, but I have that Roku and there's a lot of good different movie channels that have a lot of good shows that I like to watch. So I can sit there and watch the commercials and not pay for it. Plus, they've had the same movies on there. Some of them has been on there since I had it. I was like grandfathered in the first couple times they raised the prices.
Our federal government has at times surrendered our national sovereignty to foreign powers and is proposing to give authority, ultimate authority over health issues to the World Health Organization.
Well, now it's 7 o'clock and they just delivered supper.
Provide election transparency and integrity. The 1776 Restoration Movement demands accountability for these and other unconstitutional actions. We believe that freedom requires both personal and collective responsibility. Our founding fathers understood this.
That's why we need to bring up a whole bunch of trailers and we can have a trailer park. 1776, the trailer park gang.
We must protect our national sovereignty, reject control over Americans by foreign governments or organizations such as the
I'm gonna go move my car.
as well as secure our
It's way up there, and I see a couple spots where I can pull in.
rights for crimes against humanity and elected officials
I'll leave this going, of course.
to secure the rights of the
You can all
and
watch them get their chow.
Hello, America. We are the 1776 every person in this great nation, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Join us in restoring this nation to a constitutional republic. We stand united to peacefully address our grievances and demand that our government restore the rule of law and our constitutional rights. The fear of government becoming
at least till tomorrow. At least till tomorrow. At least till tomorrow. I don't know. I got one other work to do yet.
Disregard or take them away. We the people have forgotten the real power that we the people possess. We are a group of citizens from sea to shining sea. We are not only red, white, and blue. We are not a religious group or a political partisan group. We are not Democrat, Republican, Independent, Libertarian. We are the people of the United States of America, here to reclaim the authority and the power that is granted to us under the Constitution of the United States. This very beautiful nation belongs to all of us, and we are united in our mission and our cause. We believe the American people have endured repeated abuse from our federal government and its unconstitutional overreach and has limited our freedom and violated our liberty. Our founding fathers adopted a government granting we the people ultimate power and control over a representative government. And it is time that we reclaim our constitutional authority over our government. Some examples of these grievances that we are here to address include the federal government has superseded the authority granted the state and local government and ultimately we the people, creating an unconstitutional balance of power. The federal government has routinely ignored and trod upon our unalienable rights, such as life. The federal government has failed to protect our borders and compromise our national security. The federal government has allowed the outrageous financial burden on Americans by their policies on energy, such as the use of pipeline and denial on federal land. These policies have directly left us dependent once again on
Who turns the volume down?
the Department of Education has neglected to respect the women's rights. They have indoctrinated our children with political and LGBT propaganda. Our federal government has a plan to surrender the national sovereignty and foreign power, and is proposing to give us the ultimate authority over health cities from World Health Organization. Our federal and state governments have failed to provide election transparency and integrity. The 1776 Restoration Movement demands accountability for these and other unconstitutional actions. We believe that freedom requires both personal and collective responsibility. Our founding fathers understood this and the need for a moral society to ensure and the enduring success of our republic. We value integrity, honesty, living peaceably, and sharing mutual respect for each other.
Spoil the big one.
I'm telling you. Amen.
Wait a minute.
Zachariah!
He knows.
No, he's in your chair. He's in your chair.
Oh, they're gonna be strong.
Look, hey. Get over here.
kind of deserves that. I flipped this side off the first time. Yeah. I go pick it up. Now don't do that. Don't do that.
Hello, America. We are the 1776 Restoration Movement.
Okay. Hopefully I don't have to move again until whatever. Oh, Santa is here. They're sitting over there. Yes, I did. I just got back. Got me a good spot. I wanted to keep it where I had it because it was right where that lady comes and feeds the squirrels, and would have been able to see the albino ones a lot. Does she from Maryland there, Ben? They have to have a lawyer that's licensed in Maryland, I think it is. That's what I liked, Charlene. I've seen a lot of these people when I was reading chat all the time. I see Sherry Palmer a lot. She's in Tommy's Restream group.
Buddy.
Hi, Lady Buckeye. I didn't see you come on. I must have been moving my car when you popped on. Everybody's sitting over here tonight. There's a good breeze, and it's like blowing through the shade, and it feels really good. I wonder if they get mad if I just sleep on the grass tonight. Bring my pillow and a blanket so my pillows don't get dirty, and just sleep on the grass. I don't know what they're doing. We're not allowed to cook anymore. Can't have butane, so seems like every day they make a new rule. Seems funny those other groups can do what the hell they want, and we're just a bunch of old folks out here, and it's like we're breaking somebody out of jail. Oop, big B. Well, she gives me okay to
Want to interview?
what? I'm talking to my. If she gives me the okay, I'll make her a mod. I see her on a lot of the streams I used to be on. We could have used her help last night when those lane brains came on. Who are we trying to push out? We're not trying to push anybody out, I don't think. I think they're just trying to see how far they can push us old folk. I mean, look at, I'm going to make Lady Buckeye one. How come it's not working? There we go. I just think they're seeing how far us old folk can get pushed. They forgot that I think they're just seeing how far they can push us old folks before we leave, but they got to remember, most of us raised kids. What they're doing is nothing compared to what my daughters did when I grew up. I mean, bringing them up. I had nice dark brown hair and a nice beard, and by the time they left, I had gray all in my beard and gray in my hair. So these clowns, they can't push me as much as my daughters did. So welcome aboard there, Lady Buckeye. Yeah, last night was when the Doe Show came and tried to raid the chat. We gave them hell back. We stormed them out and took the beach. I guess this is where we're going to have the meeting, I guess. Oh.
We stopped. We got to get very low. We might need to use one of those big bullhorns, that new one. Where is it? That thing's amazing. They're walking around telling everybody.
Yeah, somebody said 7 o'clock. Back there was Raptor, I think.
Right. No music, please. Yep, Raptor went around.
Can you use my megaphone for today? Please?
Yes, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
can never hear you.
They planted a few gray hairs in my head, that's for sure.
Nice to meet you.
I am
I've met you before, haven't I?
I'm gonna go get my chair.
You look familiar. I got the same parole officer. No. I was saying that. I'm Josh. Josh, good to meet you. That's not funny anymore. That used to be funny, but I may have one before this is over. I gotta come up with some new jokes. Don't I? This stuff used to be funny. I used to walk around hanging out there. Y'all don't know if you guys know, but I'm a big deal around.
Well, you know, I might be 64, but I still act around 12.
I hope you do. Base camp is doing well.
Hold on, wait until the music's on. I got my mic off. There we
I
go.
had a suggestion. Can we use Zello to announce the meeting since how we all have Zello?
Yeah.
How about a CB announcement if you guys are sleeping? CB.
I think shock collars would be better.
Yep.
Shock collars.
Tap them.
I'm gonna sit down here.
There you go.
I'm good. Someone give Santa a megaphone.
I got back to base camp,
Doritos,
and then realized I'd left my truck keys here. My wallet.
Oh no.
Yesterday, I took everything out of my pockets, except for my ID. Took a little bit of cash with me. And then this morning, I got my phone last night. Had my phone. And we got over there, and I was like, I don't have my keys. That's not like 2 miles down the road. Right. Are you going to need this to talk?
Yeah.
We got plenty of them around. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, use the big one. Who's got the big one?
Big one, man.
Where is Simon? Is he there with a megaphone? Simon!
Maybe he's got the megaphone on his head.
I'm a good shade.
Simon!
Keeps me warm in the winter time.
He took a possession of the megaphone, I can tell already.
No, I don't. I don't? I should, but I don't.
Alright, we don't gotta bark.
Let's look it up on YouTube. I will. Check.
There we go. Right here, down the street. Nothing. No, they were forward. That's a group that does this every night.
I know, right?
Police don't even do it. I want one. At least they make them.
Hey Santa, will I get in trouble if I use one of those? What? We're taking out the garbage.
There's a whole bunch of garbage.
So I went to the base camp today.
You cannot do it on YouTube. No, you can't because it's not you gotta go to prison. Where's the prison?
Anyway, I went to the base camp today. Everybody is well there. It was kind of depressing. There's hardly anyone there. I was like, man, this was our home for over a month. So, some of the tents are down, not the private tents, but like the pop-up canopy tents. Yeah, some of them have fallen down, but everybody's spirits there were really good. I made sure to let them know that we appreciate the hard work that's going on there, and I was really impressed with the attitudes, the spirit there. They were, hey, everybody's got a job. We love doing this. All of them want to be here, but they all were, realize that we need somebody there to help facilitate what we need here. So, like I was telling somebody, the rest of them over here, I went back to get some stuff out of my truck, but when you're doing that, you probably need to take your keys with you. I don't know who in their infinite wisdom let me be the leader of this group, but
that'd be you.
That wasn't me.
That'd be our Lord and Savior.
That was infinite wisdom, but sometimes I look at him and say, "Are you sure?" But no, it was real good. It was a good day there. Remember Big D? He's still in jail, and we just need to really lift him up in prayer. He gets out 1 hour a day from his cell. In that 1 hour, he can make a phone call, take a shower, whatever else he needs to do. One of the problems is the phone in his block is not working. It's broken. So he can't even make a phone call.
How convenient.
Yeah, well, it's, that kind of stuff happens in prison. But yeah, just please remember to lift him up. Again, I just want to remind you, every day we need to remember that one of our most beloved members of this organization is in jail. And we appreciate his sacrifice. We love him. We're praying for him. So today I was on the way back here, I was just visualizing and thinking about what that reunion is going to be like. We're going to have a good time. So just remember him in prayer. Remember all those that are back at the camp. They want to be here. They desperately want to be here, and it's killing them. But they realize that there's a job to do there, and we appreciate them doing that job as well. We tomorrow. Oh, first of all, I had some new signs. I had the rest of the signs and stuff brought out today. I'm glad to see them out already. We cannot affix any flag or any sign to any tree, any park bench, any light pole, anything. If you want to stretch out two of your chairs and put a banner in between it, that's fine.
It's not attached to the tree.
We cannot, I'm sorry?
It's not attached to the tree. It's
I don't
just
think that
standing
either.
there.
It's leaning on it.
Is it?
There was
It's
one
not
zip
supposed
tied to the bench over there.
Oh, okay. Well, because I made the banner so they don't touch anything.
Right. I wouldn't even pay attention to that. I just was told that there was one zip tied to it. Somebody said something. So, the park police has been very good to us, and we want to be very good to them, very respectful. I am going to say thank you so much for keeping the grounds clear and clean. That's one thing that we've noticed throughout the years is that when conservatives get together and they protest, they usually leave the area better than what they found it. So we want to carry on that tradition. And I came back in today and I looked it over again, and I'm like, yep, you guys, I've not even said anything about it. It's just natural to you to do that. I want to commend you for that. Security last night. We had, like we said, we had a credible threat last night.
Fuck you.
God bless you.
Bless you. Just let them roll, man. That's what they want.
So last night we had a credible threat, and security was all over it. They found, they showed me some pictures of some bricks that were on a construction site that didn't require bricks. And they pointed out to the police, and as far as I know, when I left, there was actually an officer standing guard in that area to make sure that no one picked them up. Also, when you're walking around, look into the root systems of the trees. We've been finding bricks in those as well. It looks like they're trying to stage up bricks to be close to us, so you can just be walking by, reach down and grab them, throw them, and then run. So,
cowards.
Just always be watching. Appreciate security. Those guys that are staying up late at night to make sure that we can sleep well. Appreciate them. Yes.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, Miss Agnes has asked us to, or actually brought an idea to me. While she was talking to me about it, I was like, yeah, I like that. Then I got to thinking about what it required, and I'm like, it requires some walking.
Uh-oh.
So, Dominic, if I can borrow your wheelchair tomorrow, I'm going to need about 7 people to be able to volunteer to in and out to push me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Santa's sleigh.
Maybe a scooter would be better.
Yeah, you get one of those.
We might as well walk. That'll be all right. Anyway, what I'd like to do is, and the reason I had some of our signs from the base camp brought in, every sign, everything that we got it, and flags, everybody carrying something. We're going to start off down there at the Capitol building. Woo! Walk all the way up to the White House.
Yes!
At least one time.
Then somebody's going to have to carry me back. So
What time?
So yeah. Look. I got 27.5-inch inseam. You're not going to walk off and leave me. I promise you. I'm going to holler at you and tell you to slow down. But anyway, we'll when we get up to the Washington Monument, of course, we'll have to swing off into the right side of the sidewalk, go around that, go across the street up to the White House, hang a left, and we're going to stand right in front of the White House for a little bit. We'll pray there, do the Pledge of Allegiance, and sing the national anthem. How about that?
Cool. Airborne.
No, you won't get by with it.
Are we using megaphones?
Hopefully we'll get to see Mr. Biden and wave at him. Hi, buddy.
Probably Delaware.
I think it's grand.
Anyway, again, no matter what happens, stay respectful, stay peaceful, stay loving. You know, we guys got loving hearts, so.
Can we go get on the megaphones?
We're gonna start down here at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Megaphones, okay?
Megaphones are great. Yeah, just one at a time.
I mean, we have
one at a time. So we'll take turns, with the message and stuff, but one at a time. We don't want confusing. I just don't want you to drive me crazy. I was getting ready to clean it up and make it sound like I was, concerned about anything else but my sanity. But it's about my sanity. So we got new people that have joined us in the last 24 hours. All right. Woo!
Yeah.
Very soon the whole United States will be here. That's right.
If you first meeting at camp, raise your hands. All right.
Thank you.
So tell us your name and where you're from. Haley.
Okay,
Baltimore. Okay.
Oh, you must have started this way. You're live right now? Yeah. Oh, so keep
The
it
flag
this
likes
way,
me.
buddy. You always started that way.
I tried.
I'm her father.
I'll
I'm
help
John.
you with it.
John from Baltimore.
Unfortunately.
I'm Josh from Northern Virginia.
Northern Virginia.
I don't know about there.
Josh from Northern
Yes,
Virginia.
sir.
In the back.
It's gonna get better.
Wishful thinking.
I'm Teresa. I'm voting for
Okay. tender now, Candace?
I'm here. I raised my son the way he is, I guess. I believe in the Constitution. It's way too long. And that what's right is wrong, what's wrong is right, and that's what I think. And we need great
Nice to meet you guys. You're here.
Thank you.
I look like a mechanic. Could you introduce yourself and tell us who you are, where you're from? I'm security, have an eye on you all day.
Okay. So my name's Dennis. They call me Patriot mechanic. I've been hanging around for a while. I've been gone for a while, and I come back for a little bit.
Amen. Yeah.
I need my engine replaced. But tried to get here last weekend and it just didn't come together.
I was standing out here yesterday and I looked over there and beating horns and stuff, and I looked over and I saw that big smile and said, oh my goodness, this is back there.
Now, if y'all direct your attention behind it, that's exactly what makes somebody notice.
Oh, they're all talking.
Simon, where's your megaphone?
That's all we need. We need a trail like that 5 times as big.
Tomorrow morning, 7:30 in the morning, we'll form up here and we'll meander down there, and then we'll stage up, begin our walk up to the White House, and we'll go slow and steady. It's not a marathon. We're not trying to win anything. We just walk slow and steady. If somebody needs to fall out, we'll just slow down and wait and stuff this thing.
We're not going in any buildings or on any grounds, correct?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
No.
There's a good reason for that.
Yeah, we don't want to be, we're just walking. Actually, we're just on a sightseeing tour. Every once in a while, somebody can tell us the sights around us. And make sure you take your cameras and take a lot of pictures and stuff.
I've been trying to schedule a tour at the White House. Jamie, your tour guide.
Okay.
She used to work here.
Okay. So,
I was asking when you need them. I got the
I right, exactly. I can make up some well-known facts. I can make them up on the fly. I'm good at that. So, but kind of a restful day, I think. Was it?
Awesome messenger church.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about that church service.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
right on point.
Powerful.
Can I ask a favor? Next time you're going to go do that, because I know I would have loved to have gone. Could you announce it or just
Well, I'll tell you what, next Sunday we're going to do it again.
Next Sunday, every
Next Sunday, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
I really didn't know about it until one time. Somebody
I
told me.
think it was 5 men still.
So anyway, next Sunday we'll do that again. So that was fantastic. That was.
I think they do that service 24/7.
Well, they do worship 24/7, but they actually have a church service at 10. It looked like it was a little after 10. It was quite a bit after 10 when it started. So, but that was really great, man. I was sitting there going, oh my goodness.
Even use the word.
He changed his sermon.
So
The Lord
really,
changed his sermon.
Yeah, he
did.
changed the sermon, right?
Yep.
And he didn't know anything about us. He didn't know who we were or anything, But yeah, that was pretty awesome. The music was good.
Right on point.
Wow, that band, they were tight.
It's nice to be in church.
So,
Our luck, God reigns.
yeah. Oh, that was powerful.
It was.
That was very powerful. But anyway, you guys want a motivational speech? I just had Red Robin. Ready for a nap. They asked me where I wanted to eat on one of Quincy's live stream watchers bought us dinner. And he said, "Where do you want to eat?" And we've been talking about root beer floats, and I said, "Red Robin?" Yeah, Red Robin, you know. So we pull into Red Robin, and didn't have any ice cream.
No.
They still had bottomless fries. And a pretty good chicken sandwich. But anyway, appreciate him taking me back to camp today. And man, we just had a great time just talking and fellowship. And we live streamed all the way there. And then we listened to preaching all the way back. So pretty good day. Captain Sparrow was with us. I'm not sure why. Oh, we've had fun today. We've picked on each other. Well, I picked on them. Sparrow,
When don't you pick on?
You can't exactly. You can't get a Sparrow to pick on you at all. He's so polite, and so nice, and
Respectful.
he's very respectful. When I grow up, I want to be just like him. So anyway, but we listened to a message on the way back. A preacher that I really admired and respected. He went on to be with the Lord back about 11 years ago. Great loss to our movement. You know, Ramrod Strait, Pacific War Marine, and man, that message he was talking about, you know, being a soldier. And there's so many things that parallel what we need here. And he was talking about when you're a soldier, you have to be disciplined, you have to be dedicated or faithful. What was the other one? Faithful, disciplined. I forget the other one now. I thought Quincy with a younger mind would have it right there for me, but he doesn't. But anyway, those things that he said was just powerful. And one of the things he said is when he came back, he had earned enough points to come back from the Pacific, and he said that when the ship pulled into California, he said, I thought I'd never see California or the United States again. He said, I just was fully convinced I'd never see it. He said the captain of the ship said, we're going to let the Marines disembark first. And he said, when I stepped up on the deck, he said they had he said, I used to say it was a 100-piece band. He said, but it probably was only about 40. He said, but it looked like 100 to me. They started playing the Marine Corps hymn, and so we stepped down off that ship, man, and people were cheering. And he said, at that moment in time, he said, I'd have went back and done another 30 months just to get that kind of welcome again.
Sure.
And so the battle gets hard, you get tired, you get discouraged. Just remember, the victor's going to make it all worthwhile.
Right.
One of these days, we'll be we'll be glad we've done everything that we've done.
Yeah. Right on. Airborne.
What's that?
That last piece of the sermon was like the product of self.
Yeah.
The welcoming home, the party.
Yeah. He also told about a missionary that was in the depth of Africa, 25 years, married his wife and 3 children. After 25 years, he finally came home and said the ship that he sailed back over on, also the president of the United States was on that ship. They disembarked the president first and ticker tape parade, people cheering, and he said when he got off, everybody was gone. He said, 25 years, left 4 graves, not a soul here to welcome me home. He said he literally felt an arm slip around his shoulder and said, because you're not home yet. So, you get discouraged, just remember, we're not home yet. You endure hardness as a good soldier. Endure hardness as a good soldier.
Makes you
I'm so proud of you
stronger.
guys. You got homes you can be sleeping in tonight. You got family you can be sitting around with tonight.
be at the bar.
There's a deeper calling. That's why you're here. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you, how much I respect you, how much I love you. You're the tops of the tops, and the best of the best. I'm just honored to be among you. Love you guys.
Amen.
Let's bow our heads and pray.
Patriot Q asked if you could share
Yeah, he's been kind of pushing it on.
Yeah, thank you. Patriot Q called me today. He stopped into a restaurant. He said, I was amazed. Said the restaurant shirts look just like ours. And he got talking about this, and the lady that owns the restaurant, I guess it's a seafood restaurant too, amongst other things. But he said, you guys are getting ready to get inundated with a lot of seafood. She is excited about cooking for us.
Right on. There you go, Patriot Q.
I forgot about that. Absolutely.
I just had a tour bus go by, and the tour bus later said, there's the USA Restoration Movement. They did. And they're encamped in our city. Yep, wow. They did. Right here. Yep. Come on. We're a tourist attraction.
I'll talk to you all after the meeting.
From a driver that was with us before, truck driver that was with us before, and he's bringing some folks in. And I guess I'm going to be turning myself in Tuesday, and they're hoping to be here in time to give me a truck escort up there to turn myself in.
All right.
So anyway, that's kind of exciting. He's bringing quite a few with him. So
where's it coming from?
They're out of Oklahoma area.
Nice.
So yeah. So anyway, let's bow our heads and pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day of rest, this day of peace, this day of unity. Thank you for watching over us, taking care of us. Thank you, God, that you've allowed us to be in this particular place at this particular time. We ask you, Father, to continue to keep your hand upon us. Give us victory. Give us solace for our brother that's not with us tonight. Ask you to go to Big D and comfort his heart, encourage his spirits, lift him up, oh God. Let him know that we're thinking about him, we love him, we miss him. All those that are back at the base camp, we ask that you keep your hand upon them, keep them safe, keep them encouraged, and us here as well, God. Let us work together as a unit, a team, loving each other, caring for each other, watching each other's backs. Ask you, Lord, to give us a good night's rest. We'll give you the praise, the honor, and the glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Airborne! All the way. All the way. Airborne all the way.
And I thought you'd been here for 2 years.
Well, there we have it. We're going to go on an adventure tomorrow. I guess we'll see the Capitol up close. Maybe I'll go in and have AOC make me a drink, and maybe Nancy will have some ice cold double shot vodkas. Then when we get to the White House, I could probably drink a couple Miller Lights, my favorite beers, to keep my girliest figure with old Hunter. So I guess I got a big day planned tomorrow. Big walk, a few drinks, a couple beers. I'm gonna wear my my Convoy sneakers tomorrow. These things, there's no way I could walk all over there. My back would fall out wearing these things. I only wear them because they're easy to kick off here, and I can put my feet in the grass. They need to mow the grass, so they're a little. They need a groundskeeper here. No cowboy sneak. They're convoy sneakers. We're all gonna convoy with sneakers on tomorrow. I only bought these things to take showers, and since I've been here, I haven't even took a shower. I've been taking baby wipes showers, I guess you call it. But there we go. I guess we're going to be eating a lot of seafood. Thank you there, Patriot Q, for whispering in her ear. I'm not a big seafood eater, but when you're hungry, you mostly eat anything. Is Sandra Myers on here? Oh, wow. Thank you for the PayPal.
Consider movement? I actually got one already. Oh, cool. I'm a little interested in talk to you a bit, though. Sure.
Y'all being way too generous. I'm kind of humbled when people do stuff like that. Take the train. Y'all need to come up here. I'm sure we can find a wheelbarrow. Y'all can push me around in the wheelbarrow because I can walk. I've went on a lot of walks when I was, especially when I first started the streaming thing. I walked around. There's a bunch of parks near my home, and just so to practice, I just want to throw this together. And, but then I threw it together in West Virginia and started streaming in the car. And Dolly was one of the, if not the first chatter that came on. It scared me. I go, what's going on there? And then I had a hard time reading the chat while it was going. Well, we figured it out, and this is where we're at now. Y'all better have a bunch of cold water so y'all don't fall out with me tomorrow. Well, we got a lot of flags and signs, so we're pretty well set. We have our streams going, and maybe we should take some ice cream with us, so Sleepy Joe might come out and have a couple of ice cream cones with us.
Yeah, dinner's not even ready. No, I don't even have the money to go. But I gotta go eat.
How about that, guys? Don't walk away from home,
Somebody's gonna get in trouble over here. Polis Agnes is gonna hit him over the head with her purse. No, I've seen Lady Buckeye lots of times on a lot of chats. We'll be all right. Just the chat's gonna be all right. Angela and Patriot Q says she's a good one. She's a good one. Well, you know, they say she's a good one. I honor them. They're good. They know what's going on. We'll get through. We'll get through. Everything's gonna be fine, as Taco Joe says. So I wonder how far the Capitol is to the White House. Anybody have a clue? 2 miles. I know from that corner down there to the Washington Monument, it's 0.8. Because I walked it when we first got here that day. And when did I see the White House? Did I see the White House down that street? I don't remember. Well, I hope I didn't piss you off. I'm going with the people that mod my deal here, and I know I've met Patriot Q in person, and Angela has been a very good mod. She was kicking butt last night, even though she was having trouble with those mind-melted pinheads that were on here last night. But, you know, if they say she's a good mod, she's on there, and you know, she does something I don't like, we'll discuss it. It's, you know, it's not like the world's gonna end. Well, it's gonna be a good chat. There you go. See, she firmly believes in freedom of speech. You know, the only thing we don't do in this chat is talk about the other streamers. We don't, definitely don't talk about any of the, put down any vet. I don't care if they're, I wouldn't even care if Joe Biden was a vet. That'd be the only time you would not be able to put him down, of course. The rest, you know, we play by ear. We'll be all right. If they say she's good, she's good. Because they're good. So I wonder if they went to supper with Polish Agnes. I should have jumped in on that deal. So I wonder if we're gonna get fish or something tomorrow. I like fish sandwiches with cheese on top of it and Thousand Island dressing. Yeah, I think I don't think well, the Doe show will show up tonight because we put a whipping on them last night. I better empty out one of my backpacks and tomorrow morning put a bunch of waters in it so everybody will have waters.
Stormtrooper.
Yes, sir.
How many you got watching tonight? 33?
Just 33 right now. Last night we had 200 and something on there, and that Doe show attacked me.
Really?
we whipped his butt.
Was he just coming to the chat?
Yeah, him and about 20 of his troll friends.
They just come in the chat and start chatting it up?
Trying to break my chat up, and we whipped their butts. We shamed them so bad.
I believe.
Well, that's good there, Patriot Q. Like I said, I like fish sandwiches with cheese on it and Thousand Island. Some French fries or some chips, as the English say. That's right. We need everybody to help. I can't imagine Big D in jail. He must be pulling his beard. When he gets out of jail, we need to have somebody drive the fire truck up there so he can drive the fire truck home. Did you see that group that was, did you see that group of people that were walking by? That's what we need. We need a group of people about 4 times as long as that. I just settle for a good crunchy fish sandwich with cheese and Thousand Island sauce on top of it. Maybe some horseradish and some big steak fries. Oh. Well, I better rest up tonight. Probably 2.5 miles from the Capitol to the White House. Then we got to walk back. I can tell you that that fountain's gonna look tempting tomorrow after that walk. It'll be real tempting.
Yeah, it's like me. I guess they were kind of inspired by the Canadians. Get arrested and say, "Hey, I need money for a new truck."
I wonder if there's other stores that sell straight talk phones. Well, I'm glad they're going early in the morning.
Time for dinner. Come on in.
I'm glad they
1776.
glad to go early in the morning.
Salad, lasagna, and bread. Come on, get it while it's hot.
I like cold lasagna with Parmesan cheese on it. Gotta remember to get my pack empty.
Yeah, I guess they had some really high dollar.
She sounds real good with that megaphone. Her and Simon ought to do a duet. Well, it's Taco Joe. Uh-oh, watch out. Oreo's looking at the little scooters. He better watch himself. He had that back operation.
I was gonna say, like, how do you find out the time?
Well, I believe doesn't Washington have two airports, Dallas, Dulles, or however you say that, and Ronald Reagan? They had when I lived down there in Texas, they had a really good seafood restaurant near my house. They called it The Boat, and it was like an old shrimp boat that they found somewhere, and then they built a restaurant around it and through it. And boy, they had good food there. They had deep fried catfish and the best French fries I've ever ate. I ate that stupid sandwich. I thought that was supper. I ate that peanut butter and jelly sandwich and 2 cookies that came with it, and some travel mix, and what was that other thing?
All right.
Oh yeah, the fruit mix.
I do have one of those. Yeah.
Maybe there'd be some left over in the morning. I like it cold. I like lasagna cold. It's like eating pizza. You can eat pizza hot, and then the next day, cold pizza. Yeah, actually, I think lasagna tastes better cold because it, all that stuff gets all mixed together. It's hot and it's gooey, and then all that other stuff gets mixed back in it, and then it gets cold and it kind of sticks together, and you can just pick up the whole thing. And when it's hot, if you have to cut it up, the ragu, whatever that's in there. It goes all over the place, usually on my t-shirt. I tell my friend that I don't have a bib, I have a bib shirt. It's my t-shirt, it catches all the food. Oh yeah, those are the kind of places I like to eat at Patriot Q. I'd much rather eat at a greasy spoon kind of restaurant than a real fancy place. Unless it's Golden Corral. I like eating at Golden Corral. But to eat at Golden Corral, I have to travel 110 miles to Bismarck. And I get the 10% old folk discount. Yeah. I told they want me to do it, and I said only if I can get a crash suit and a helmet.
Oh yeah, right.
All right, my mouth is already running, starting to melt. I'm ready for some food, some good food.
Let's see you do that with a flag.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I want to see it. Everybody takes a video of it. With that flag right behind you.
That will kill me.
Yeah, that's a big flag. That's a big flag right there.
Oh, everybody's saying okay, yeah.
No, and they're all just in here right now. Anita, everybody's eating, and I don't know who else is streaming right now. I know Agnes is, and Oreo has his own mods. I don't know if any of these people do it on his mods. I mean, his channel. Yeah, I got 38 mods. With the mod squad. Am I tired of sleeping in the car? No, for like 2.5 years I slept in my car. I rode around the United States and up into Canada into Alaska and down to Baja and the Florida Keys up to Maine. Wanted to see all the stuff I could see just in case something happened and I was never be able to see the stuff. So it's pretty comfortable. I got a nice pad on one side, and you could stretch out. I took all my junk out of the car and put it in my tent at Bunker Hill. Got all kinds of room to stretch out. And I got my little jam box. I turned that not real loud, but loud enough to drown out all the swamp music that comes through from fire trucks and all that crap. I actually sleep pretty freaking good. Like I said, I ate the sandwich deal today, and that's what I thought we were having for supper. I didn't know we were getting a supper delivered. So I just, like I said, if they have lasagna left over in the morning, I'd rather have that than eggs and stuff. Yeah, when I'm at home, I watch more than this chat. I watch usually 2 TV stations and a chat, or two chats and a TV station. And I'm multi-purpose on stuff like that. Oh yeah, I've worn my sneakers a lot. Just around here, you know, these ugly Dion things, they're easy to slip on your feet and you can kick them off and walk on the grass. At Bunker Hill, you had to keep your sneakers on or the asphalt would have burnt your bottoms off.
Hey, y'all want to have some middle? You're welcome. I just got a hot dog here.
This is better than having lasagna. I will go get me a Gatorade though. And a Gatorade in the water, and that's just set me for the rest of the night. And I'm fine. I'm fine. I ate already. Save me a big piece for the morning. I'll eat it in the morning. See those women that are just trying to shove food down my mouth all the time. Ugh. Clean this. Somebody left their trash over here. I'll pick it up, no problem. See how they are with me? They were trying to say, better get you some lasagna, and I said, well, I'll have some cold lasagna in the morning, and one of the ladies said, well, it might be gone by now, and then the other one said, no, I'll get him a piece and put it in my cooler so he can have it in the morning. I must be a teddy bear or something. Fruity water. I thought it was regular. It almost made me spit it out when I was drinking it. It's nice and cold. Yeah, I think I should be edging Oreo and Taco Joe on a scooter race. What do you think? They had the big drag race. I think we need a scooter race. Well, and that's what that's what I do right now. I guess I'm gonna have to call it a whore bath. Never heard about that before. But I think tomorrow after that big walk, I see a belly flopping at in the fountain right there. That's how my grandparents used to take baths all the time. You know, they didn't have a shower. They had a bathtub, but heck, they had 10 kids. I wonder who took the last bath. Must have been pretty dirty. They lived on a dairy farm and, you know, raised all the food and chickens. And they took the old Saturday night bath deal. I wonder who got the last bath. Yeah, Patriot Q, you'd think there'd be a lot of restaurants that would do stuff like that for one reason. You know, Biden tried to put them all out of business for 2 years. Uh-oh. See, that guy fell down. That guy fell down. I wouldn't need a crash chute and a helmet. I think we need a scooter race. I think we need a scooter race between Taco Joe and Oreo to make up for the drag race.
Yeah, we could do that. We could put some bets, no?
You know, we could bet on it, you know, so bets. Everybody bet, whoever wins, the money goes to Big D's fund. I wonder how. Yeah, I think we need to have a scooter race between Taco Joe and Oreo. Well, they did drag race. They drag raced out there in what state was that? And they had that. They pulled into that racetrack park, and Taco Joe and Oreo drag raced. If Taco Joe would have had his horns on, I think if he blew it, he would have shot past Oreo.
From our federal government and its unconstitutional overreach that has limited our freedoms and violated our liberties. Our founding fathers adopted a government granted
a drag race
over a representative government, and it is time that we reclaim our authority. The federal government has superseded the authority granted to state and local government and ultimately to the people, creating an unconstitutional balance of power. It is often routinely ignored and trod upon our unalienable rights, such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Our government has failed to protect our borders and has compromised our national security. Our government has allowed even caused outrageous financial burdens on the American people by their policies on energy, such as the Keystone Pipeline. These policies have left us dependent on foreign nations. Once again, the Department of Education has neglected to respect parental rights. It has indoctrinated our children with critical race theory and LGBT propaganda. Our federal government has at times surrendered our national sovereignty to foreign powers and is proposing to give ultimate authority over health issues in this nation to the World Health Organization. Our federal and state governments have failed to provide...
Doing a block, big fella? I don't know what the block is.
The 1776 Restoration Movement demands accountability for these and many other unconstitutional actions. We believe that freedom freedom requires both personal and collective responsibility. Our founding fathers understood this and the need for a moral society to ensure the enduring.
But most of the titles are all the same. Most of them are the 1776 restoration movement. I just put the People's Media on mine. I don't know what the other people are putting out. I haven't looked at anybody's stream since I've been on here.
So I'm asking people if anyone needs shower. I have a hotel room and we can take showers.
I'm fine right now. I've been cleaning myself really good with baby wipes. I learned that when I was in the military, you know. But thank you very much. Yeah, where was that? They've been showing that on TV for a while. About that Union Jack. That's been on for a while. That's Polish Agnes. She has two websites. I mean, YouTube channels. One's called Lipstick, or Red Lipstick maybe, and the other one is Polish Agnes. Yeah, she's very nice, and she donates a lot of time and a lot of her money to bring in flags. She brought in a whole bunch of flags and some big signs. And she hung out in Hagerstown the first time, and she goes around to a lot of rallies with Jeffrey. I wonder where Jeffrey must have to go back to work. So I haven't seen him. Yeah, Union Jack. There was a big outcry about that video we're talking about. I can't imagine my mother or father taking me to something like that when I was young. I mean, my dad would take me. One of the people across the street where I grew up, Mr. Jahusky, he had a bar down the street, and my dad would take me up there with him. He'd have a couple beers, and they had pinball games. That was before video, games. I'd play pinball games while he'd have a couple beers with his friends, and then we'd walk home. But there was no drag queens.
The Department of Education has neglected to respect parental rights. It has indoctrinated our children with critical race theory and LGBT propaganda.
Well, you probably can, because Taco Joe and them are over here. Let me see if I can find them. I have a problem with these. They're over here. And
our federal and state governments have failed to provide election transparency and integrity.
we have a bunch of streamers. Santa wants streamers big time, all the time.
We believe that freedom requires both personal and collective responsibility. Our founding fathers understood that and the need for a moral society.
Yeah, I just don't understand how parents do stuff like that. I just can't imagine. It's mind-boggling to me that they do stuff like that nowadays.
We demand accountability for violations of our rights and prosecuting humanity and elected officials that have violated their oath of office to ensure the rights of the people. We demand an end to the COVID national emergency and the growth of use of power that has happened. As a result of that, we must respect individual privacy and privacy.
You want to go to those places, leave your kids at home. No, it's just like TV. I just think the TV I used to watch when I was younger compared to TV that's nowadays. Back then, it would have been a horror. It would have been a horror because some of the stuff you see on TV today would not have been allowed on TV when I was growing up. I mean, you had people that were married. They'd showed them sleeping in separate beds and all that stuff. I remember Lucy and the Desi and Lucy show. They slept in different beds, and can't remember if Leave It to Beaver if they did the same thing. I don't even think they showed the parents in bed. The People's Media. Stella H. gave us that name, the People's Media. Don't forget to storm up there and hit that subscription, or the like. Storm up there and hit that like. So I'll probably be on tomorrow, probably around 7:15 if anybody's awake by then or not going to work, and we'll start our little march or our convoy, sneaker convoy, up to the Capitol, and we'll shoot down to the White House. I wonder how many people are going to fall out. That's a pretty long walk, I think. No, I haven't talked to X-Ray lately. He left to go to back to base camp. I think he has to go to court tomorrow or something.
That right there violates the U.S. Constitution. The Constitution states the rights of the government themselves. Government's not allowed to do that. But there's a kicker though. If you look at your paycheck every time you get paid,
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna if somebody's gonna. I'm sure somebody will stay here. I'd rather go and film it so y'all can see like the Capitol and the White House. I have never seen the White House. Well, I guess I did when I was younger, but I'd like to see the White House. Maybe we'll walk by the homeless park. There's like a homeless park a block away from Pennsylvania Avenue. Davey and the Beta Boys, they delivered homeless packages to them when the People's Convoy was at Hagerstown. Now I can't tell if Simon's actually talking or if somebody's got the megaphone out there. Well, we welcome you there, Jersey J. So we're having a good time out here. We got at least we got some grass and not asphalt. Is Jersey Jen coming with you? Teddy Bear is starting to go off on his YouTube channel. You can hear him in the background. I don't know. I don't know there, Tara, not. That's why I asked him if Jersey Jen's coming. I actually like Jersey J. Yeah, he's outgoing, and you know that's what I was kind of thinking also. I don't know if somebody came on here to imposter him or, you know, they already had the leadership. They already know, we already know who's going to take over. Santa has to go to jail for like the 45 days like Big D might have to. And all the other people that are already in leadership, I don't think we need any more leadership. We just need men here and young men here, and not being a chauvinist again, but we need women here, yes. I think a lot more people would come if we seen a lot of younger men come here, and I think a lot more people would come, a lot more youth people would come. I've watched a few of Jersey J's videos since he kind of left the Freedom Convoy, whatever that was called. The other one that was that stayed back. They mostly turned it into a go from park to park kind of deal, showing different things. I like the guy. He's a little off the cannon sometime, but you know, sometimes you need people like that to fire the other people up. helicopter. Is that Marine One or? There comes another one.
Anybody wants second, available.
I'm doing fine, sir.
Did you eat already?
I'm fine, yes, sir.
You're okay?
I'm fine.
Well, that's good.
That was Dad checking up on his kids. What's going on behind us? Let's take a look back that way. Oh. They just put the megaphone in a chair over there and left it. Not much going on. At least there's a lot more people out tonight. Well, I sure hope that group comes with, they said 500. Maybe we can get some softball games and stuff like that going on, and instead of just sitting around jawing all the time. Throw a frisbee or two. Hi, Robin. I guess they put the megaphone on a loop or something. Well, Robin, you better get well there. I'll have to give you a spanking. That's what my mom used to tell me. You better get better. I'm going to give you a spanking. Yeah, I'm going to have to limber up for the big sneaker convoy. Or either that, I'd fall down and skin my knee and I'd start crying. She'd say the same thing. I'm going to give you a spanking for hurting my baby. That's right. You know, you can always go protest at your state capitol, get a bunch of your friends together, get a blowhorn, have a little rally, drive around in it, blow your horns. I'm okay. I ate way too much today anyways.
Thank you very much.
Mom's trying to throw some ice cream down my throat now. Yeah, you know, if I hadn't been doing what I'm doing right now, I would never come to Washington, D.C. That's one of the cities I was kind of like never going to go to, like Chicago and Philly and New York City or L.A., San Francisco. Yeah, last night was pretty crazy, wasn't it, Robin? Did you see the chat last night? The Doe Show came in and tried to mess my chat up. So I said, we need some and Angela's getting their butt kicked. We finally got some help, but we whacked a few of the trolls. Hey, Speedy, how's your burn looking?
Stormtrooper, nice to meet you.
All right.
I'm heading home, bro.
Oh, come back and see us.
Yeah, I come back as often as I can.
All right, you have a good evening and drive safely and don't let the swamp eat you up.
Okay, not at all.
There's a couple people standing there like they're lost. Well, if they turned around, they must have. No, now here they come. Well, Robin, if you're gonna whack them, make sure you got a nice heavy rolling pin. Yeah, we whack a troll here at Union Jack. Boy, when the sun goes down in the city, it goes down fast. What time is it?
right. Joe Biden wasn't president. Those orders didn't come from the president. They came from the House. Nancy Pelosi. You know, come to think of it, everything that's happened since the 80s that's gone on in this country, Pelosi has had her hand in it. Take her instance. December 7th, 1984, woman bombed the White House, trying to kill Republicans. She was sentenced to prison by terrorism and treason. She was later pardoned by Democratic President Bill Clinton. This woman is now CEO of BLM. He saved
That's a good move there, Speedy. Well, Union Jack, we have a lot of peace and love on this channel. Sometimes those people just come at, and then they keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again. And they just try to irritate you, and sometimes, I just give them a grilled cheese Sammy with no crust. That's a funny move there, Speedy. Well, I want to go so bad in this building here and see what's inside. My Aunt Bernice used to paint. She passed away, but she painted. She wasn't fantastic, but she was pretty good. I wonder if they still have all those paintings she used to paint. Well, her family, yeah. That's right, Speedy. They probably have a whole I don't know how many accounts YouTube will let them have. Seems funny that they spend all that time making those accounts when they could be making their own YouTube channel and talk bad about the right. They'd get more pleasure out of it than just sit there and fill that crap out day after day, hour after hour. Wow. What'd you do with all of those? What was on all of those? I couldn't remember all the passwords or the names. Move this thing down a different way so I can kick back a little bit. Yeah, Speedy, I had a Walmart nightmare today. I went to Walmart and they didn't have the things that I wanted. They were completely out of cameras. I mean, phones. But it took me like 45 minutes to get to the 20 or less lane. So then I decided, well, since I'm out, I might as well go to the other Walmart. And it took me like 45 minutes to an hour to find a parking spot. Then I went in there, they had 3 phones, I think. And it's supposed to be the capital. You'd think that the Walmarts at the capital would be stocked full with everything. So then I came back. I was going to go into the art museum there. But by the time I got back, it was like 5 o'clock, and I said, screw it. I'm just looking for a cheaper phone. You know, I still wanted the straight talk, but you know, when my good phone, my good streaming phone goes down, you know, runs out of juice or whatever, I can use that until my good phone charged back up. Yeah, Union Jack, we're just, you know, common folk, got the same kind of ideas, and we're not, you know, we welcome everyone. Heck, that's how you meet people. I know I used to chat in probably about 7 or 8 different YouTubes while they were traveling across the United States and back and whatever, and you know, nobody wants a hate speech. They want hate speech, you know, go hang out in the Capitol building here. They get all kinds of hate speech in there. Is that a good platform there, Speedy? Hey, Robin, don't forget, if you don't get better, I'm going to give you a spanking. That's what my mama used to say. Roger, if you don't get better, I'm just going to give you a spanking. Well, make sure you hold on to your video thing so it don't fly off onto the road. Well, make sure you have plenty of water, because we're gonna be walking from the Capitol to the White House tomorrow. Yeah, Speedy, Polish Agnes came, brought us tons of flags and some really big banners, and it should be fun. We're gonna have a sneaker convoy tomorrow. Man, there's a lot of helicopters flying around tonight. One of Sleepy Joe's coming back from Delaware. You know something? I haven't heard a police car or a fire truck maybe in the last hour. That must be a record. Well, we can't sleep out on the grass. There's Speedy. We can't put up tents. So everybody's just sleeping in their cars. All kinds of helicopters flying tonight. Well, Union Jack, he can't even ride a bicycle. He falls over when he stops. Yeah, she did. She probably she needed a case of vodka before morning. Well, she needs to get that liquor before we take our walk tomorrow, so AOC can make me a drink before we start to the White House. I've seen a couple videos of her being stoned out of her mind. I bet AOC can make a good Bloody Mary. I might need one in the morning to kickstart my day. What's going on? Everybody's just... Looks like I'm the only one streaming. I think she's hitting on me. AOC's. I think she's hitting on me. Huh? Better watch. Better watch my back. Santa's over there talking on his phone. Yeah, I've been waiting for the losers I hang out with there in Dickinson to get on here. I don't understand why they haven't been on my chat yet. I like that guy that does the Donald Trump impressions. He sounds just like him. He's always on Real American Voices. He's a young, he's probably in his mid to late 20s. He's got it Donald Trump down to a T. Oh, finally heard the sirens. There are some cops down there. Then I wonder where our park cop is. Yeah, he just sounds exactly like Donald Trump. He's got him down to a T. They need to get the karaoke out and do some karaoke. It's gonna be a good night to sleep. It's nice and cool, good breeze. Maybe that big rain we had yesterday cut the heat snap down a little bit. That is not a cloud in the sky, and nice breeze. It feels like it's like in the 70s. Let me check my I was supposed to get down to the high 60s. I'm all over that. We are one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please join us in preserving our right to defend our republic. www.1776restorationmovement.com. Hello, America. We are the 1776 Restoration Movement. We this guy left a comment on my thing. I can't even understand it. You probably can't see it. It says, he must be drunk. I think that says unconstitutional, snorts unbelievable mass rail of copium. I don't know what the hell that is. He's sitting in a chair. He looks like he's drunk. Oh, that sounds so good. It's 56. It hasn't been really hot at night though. I've pretty much just laid there with no cover on and my head on a pillow, and music on a little bit low so I don't have to hear the swamp noises as the cops are going by all the time. You know what time is it? I might as well just cut this off. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this shut down, rest a little bit, and get ready for the big convoy tomorrow. Yeah, he's drunk. Couldn't even spell Constitution. Whatever that other crap was, I didn't understand it. Hey, Austin, I just popped on. I'm about ready to shut the feed down because there's nothing going on and it's dark out, and I go fix my bed up and get ready for the big convoy, sneaker convoy tomorrow. So I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow morning, bright and early. You can come march with us from the Capitol to the White House, and then you can see. We'll come back here. You can then watch me do a big belly flop in the fountain over here. That should cool me off. So I'll see y'all later. Don't forget to say your prayers and say a prayer for Big D and the movement, and y'all have a good night's rest. We'll see you all tomorrow. What's that?